Now, no matter what field you're in, no matter what field of endeavor, no matter what work, no matter what activity, there is one thing that all successful people have in common, is that they are good time managers. And the reason they are good time managers is because they recognize that time management is life management. It is personal management. I have never seen an example in the hundreds, thousands of biographies and autobiographies I've studied of successful men and women where the individual has not been well organized and efficient and valued and used their times well. Successful people, winners, use their time well. Losers do not. And in the next 55 minutes, I am going to give you 21 of the very finest time management ideas ever developed. If you use these ideas systematically, you can increase your personal productivity by 2 or 3 hours a day. You can increase your income. You can increase your life satisfaction. You can even increase the length of time you live. The question is, how badly do you want to learn how to manage your time well? How much effort are you willing to put into it? Because the key to time management is self-discipline. Time management is self-discipline in action, and self-discipline is the key to success. The first idea in excellent time management is analysis. Make a list. In fact, it's been discovered that if you make a list before you begin any task or job, you will immediately improve your productivity by 25%. How do you make a list? Well, you make your list for the week the Sunday or the Saturday before, and you make your list for each day the evening before, and you always work from a list. Now, why do you make it the evening before? The primary reason is if you make a list the evening before, the subconscious goes to work on your list while you're asleep. And during the night, the subconscious will solve problems and bring insights to you. You'll wake up in the morning with insights, ideas, intuitions, answers that will make your day more productive. Now, the second reason that you use a list is because if you don't have a list, it's like driving down the street in a car with no steering wheel. You just drift, and every bump, every interruption, everything that happens sets you off in a different direction. A list gives you a track to run on for the entire day. Another reason that you use a list is because with a list, you can analyze where you are. You can tell what is more important and what is less important. You can tell what is irrelevant, what can be delegated, what can be delayed, what can be put off. The most important reason for using a list, though, however, is this, is that when you use a list and you work down the list and you check things off, each time you check something off on a list, it gives you a feeling of accomplishment. And a successful life is based on a series of successful days, and a series of successful days is based on working on the list one step at a time.
There's nothing that will help you more than for you to develop a reputation as a hard worker. In the studies of self-made millionaires, again, they said, I didn't have better education, better talent, better knowledge, but I was willing to work harder than anyone else. Most self-made millionaires work 60 and 70 hours per week for 5, 10, 15 years before they break through. Most other people are trying to get by on 5 days a week, and then during those 5 days a week, they don't work very hard at all. The interesting thing, Thomas Jefferson once said, do you believe in luck? He was asked. He said, yes. He said, I believe in luck. He said, and the harder I work, the more of it I have. So the harder you work, the luckier you get. The harder you work, the more opportunities you have, the more doors open up to you, the more opportunities you see.
If success is the steady progress toward your own personal goals, then failure is no progress at all, not even trying. There's no failure in pouring your heart and soul and energy into something that didn't work. Rather, failure is not trying at all. Success is doing, failure is not doing. It's that simple. There is only one way to be in serious trouble today, and that is not to be trying. Success is a doing. Activity is high priority in the life process. Success is a doing that tries to get maximum benefit out of what we have available. I'll do it or die. What a powerful set of words. Resolve says, I will. Two of the most powerful words in our language. I can and I will. The man says, I will climb the mountain. They say it's too high, it's too difficult. Pretty soon you'll see me wavering from the top or dead on the side because I'm not coming back until I've done it. The greatest achievers are those least frightened of failure. Although success and failure go hand in hand, many people have a problem with failure. They don't see it as a stepping stone. Quite often, success requires failure, sometimes many failures. Without failure, there can be no success. But what is the measure of success, especially when your success could be so vastly different from someone else's success? Making measurable progress in reasonable time. That's all life asks.
Remember, the greatest time wasters in the world of work are other people who take up your time with idle chit-chat and worthless gossip. You've got to avoid the time wasters. In every single company, these people go around and they're like a virus. They go around and they infect everybody they talk to. Stay away from time wasters. Now, here's a way to double your productivity, performance, output, and income. Here's a way to put yourself on the fast track, increase your income, and become one of the most valuable people in your industry. It's very simple. Start 1 hour earlier. And when you start, get to work. If the starting time in your company is 8:30, start at 7:30 or 7. Now you say, where are you going to get the time? Get up a little earlier and get going. Remember, all you do is beat the traffic if you get in there early. And get in there, plan your day, get going, get organized, get started. When other people come in, you are already running. You're already on your way. Work through lunch. There's no law that says you have to go out and kill an hour and a half at lunch. Eat at your desk, eat quickly, eat on the go. Use that time to work. Don't use that time to hang around.
Aristotle, back in 350 BC, came up with a principle that changed the world, and it was called the principle of causality, or today we call it the law of cause and effect. In the Bible, they call it the law of sowing and reaping. Sir Isaac Newton, the great physicist, called it the law of action and reaction. And what it says is that for every effect in your life, there's a cause or causes. If you can be clear about the cause or the effect that you want, and let's say the effect that we want is to double our income and then to double it again. All right. So what do? Well, you find someone who's earning twice as much as you in your field, and you go to them and you ask them, how is it that you're earning so much money? And remember, everybody who's earning twice as much was at one time earning half as much. And then they started to do certain things, and now they are earning twice as much. And it's no miracle. And so find out what the top people are doing and develop the habit of doing the same things over and over, and soon you'll be earning the same amount or more. That man that gave me the initial advice, which opened my eyes to the whole idea that you could learn any skill by following proven success methods, that man was working for me a year later. And I was earning more money than he was because he was very successful, but he had leveled off and stopped growing, stopped learning, stopped practicing new skills. So what I did is exactly that. I just kept learning and learning and learning. Now, the rule is that if you do what other successful people do, you'll soon get the same results.